Okay, so these problems were a little bit harder than the first ones, but I still want us to stay focused and just really dive into what the problem is saying. Also, pictures are always going to be my answer to everything. Draw a picture on it. So the first question says the total length of the stage is 76 feet. So I'm going to go ahead and label that this whole stage is 76 feet. If the trapdoors are centered across the stage, what is the distance from the left side of the stage to the first trap door? So I care about this distance from the trap door from the left side. I'm going to call this distance X. So now I'm going to dig into the problem and see what else I can find out. So another thing that catches my attention is the word centered. So thinking through of what the word centered means. That means that my middle trapdoor here is going to be in the center of the stage. So if I took my stage and split it in half, this distance here, I'm going to call it distance A, is going to be the same as this distance here. Let's call it B. So I'm going to divide it even more. So what that tells me as a reader of the problem is that if I have distance X on the left side, I'm going to have the same distance X on the other side, because I have my 26.5 as my very, very middle, which means that everything that goes out from it is going to be the same exact length. So then when I set up my problem to solve this, I have 26.5 plus X equals 76. You might have noticed that I went from fractions to decimals. I just do that because it makes doing math easier, and I don't want to have to deal with adding and subtracting fractions. But I'm going to start by combining my like terms. So I get 26.5 plus 2x equals 76. I'm going to subtract 26.5 from 76. When I do that, I'm going to get, now listen, this is it. Sorry, my cell phone is going off. I'm going to get 49.5. So I'm going to go ahead and write in 49.5. And to n, I'm going to divide both of these by 2. So after we divide by 2, we get that X equals 24.75, or 24 3/4 feet. Looking at the second problem. Go ahead and erase all this. Okay, so it says an actor starts on point A, walks across the stage, and then stops at point B. How far does he walk across the stage? So here, instead of looking at the whole 76, I'm just looking at the 26.5. I look at the different values. I see here I have 3 X's and 2 8's. So this is going to be 26.5 equals X plus X plus X, which is 3X, plus 16. I subtract 16. I get 10.5 equals 3X. Then I divide 10.5 by 3. I'm going to get help from my calculator just to make it faster. And I get X equals 3.5. That is not what the question is asking, though. It's asking how far is point A to point B. So what I have are 2 X's and 2 8's. So that tells me that that actor walked 3.5 plus 3.5 plus 8 plus 8. That's 9, 10, plus 16. Six. Okay. Here's what just went on and why I just stopped for a really long time. I was doing the mental math and I kept getting the answer 26. However, when I look at the picture, it makes no sense for it to be 26 since I know that that last x is at least 3.5. So because of that error, I just redid it again in my head. 3.5 plus 3.5 is 7. 7 plus 16 is 23. So your answer is 23 feet.